aspirants, welcome to Karthikeya IAS Academy editorial analysis video. In this video, we are going to discuss about High Court presses center on the Uniform Civil Code. This is the headline in the Hindu newspaper. Here, the most important term is Uniform Civil Code. It's been a controversial topic since decades. So on this note, again it is in this moment the Allahabad High Court is stressing on the Uniform Civil Code that should be applied due to a case. So now let's discuss deep about it and let's try to answer an UPSC mains level question at the end of this video. Let's get deep into the topic. Uniform Civil Code. This, the Allahabad High Court has called upon the central government to initiate the process for the implementation of Uniform Civil Code. So basically, what is Uniform Civil Code? It is nothing but one country, one law, irrespective of religion. So, Uniform Civil Code. Let's understand the background of this case. Later, let's understand wholly about Uniform Civil Code. Now, let's see the background of case. This is in the background of new anti-conversion law that is implemented in Uttar Pradesh, Prevention of Unlawful Conversion of Religion Act. According to this act, there are three main provisions. So the first provision is the marriage cannot be registered without the district authority making an inquiry as to whether the conversation is voluntary and not induced by coercion, allurement and threat. That is like technically forcible conversion and forcible marriaging. Next, also this act mandates that approval of the district magistrate is necessary to be obtained before conversion or marriage. So, if a person have to marry, they should get the approval now. I mean, the person have to convert from a religion and marry, they need to have the approval of the district magistrate. And also, the act makes religious conversion for a marriage a non-bailable offense. So, these are the three contentious laws. I mean, you can say contentious sections under Uttar Pradesh Prevention of Law, Unlawful and Conversion of Religious Act. Now let's discuss the observations by the Allahabad High Court. The Allahabad High Court has said that the marriage registrar lacks the power to withhold the registration of marriage because the marriage is a personal thing. So how a marriage registrar can hold the marriage? This is a question from Allahabad, and mainly for the reason that parties have not obtained the necessary approval of conversion from the district authority. So, according to Allahabad High Court, this is not a right approach. And also, the court directed the marriage registrar to forthwith register the marriage of such couples. That means, like the marriage of such couples should be done, but the application should have some tenure. And also the court has observed that such an approval that is from the district magistrate, such approvals should be in the directive but not mandatory. That means it should be mandatory. And also the act would not satisfy the test of reasonableness and fairness and would fail to pass the muster of Article 14, which is nothing but equality before law, and also Article 21, protection of life and personal liberty. And also, the court observed the consent of the family or the community or the clan or the state of executive is not necessary for a marriage because it's a personal choice. And once two adult individuals agree to enter into a wedlock which is lawful and legal. The court directed the police of the respective districts to ensure the safety of these couples. Further, the code urges the central government to make a law implementing the Uniform Civil Code. Here comes the main topic, Uniform Civil Code, so that such an atrocities would not be repeated. This is because after implementation there will be less need of anti-conversion laws. Now, as we are entering in the topic, let's discuss about the Uniform Civil Code. So now, when we are discussing about Uniform Civil Code, you have to understand that to increase in the legislation dealing with personal issues in the far end of British rule. So it is like increase in legislation dealing. At the time of British end rule, they forced the government by B.N. Rao Committee to codify the Hindu law in 1941. And also the Uniform Civil Code is one that would provide for one law to entire country, and also it is applicable to all religion communities in their personal matters. Personal matters in the sense it is like marriage, divorce, inheritance, adoptions, and so on. And also here you have to understand the DPSP article, that is 44 of the Constitution, which lays down that the state shall endeavor to secure a uniform civil code for citizens throughout the territory of India. So for the Uniform Civil Code, in the article number 44, it is already mentioned that the state shall endeavor to secure. And also, in order to bring the uniformity, the courts have often said in their judgments that the government should move towards a uniform civil code. The judgments for suppose you can say the examples of the judgments, Shah Bano case 1985, it is very well known, and also Shara Bano case, a triple talaq issue. Now, let's understand what is the need for Uniform Civil Code, why it is so precious, and because it will lead to the national integration, that is a common civil code. You see here we are having a common civil code. If we are having a common civil code, it will help the cause, that is national integration, by removing disparities, and also you can say the desperate loyalties towards their religion, and also the conflicting ideologies can be removed. So in this context, further national integration, Uniform Civil Code is very much important, and also it will help in conformity with the changing times. That is, there has been a steep rise in inter-community, inter-caste, interfaith marriages and relationships in recent times. Also, the Uniform Civil Code will help in protection of vulnerable section of the society, as the UCC aims, that is Uniform Civil Code aims, and the sections as envisaged by Ambedkar, including women and religious minorities. And also UCC, that is Uniform Civil Code, adheres to ideal of secularism, because every religion has common law. So every religion is going to have a common law to address. Finally, it helps in the simplification of laws, that is like the Hindu Act and other religion rules. It won't differ from different in religious perspective, and that will be helpful in simplifying the laws. Now, still there are some associated challenges with Uniform Civil Code, that is communal politics and constitutional hurdle. So the Uniform Civil Code to be constituted as a law, the challenges were the communal politics and constitutional hurdles. For suppose say the communal politics, that is the demand for a UCC has been framed in the context of communal politics, and a large section of society sees it as a majoritarianism under the garb of social reform. And also the constitutional hurdle, that is article 25, article 25 of Indian constitution, that seeks to preserve the freedom to practice propagate propagate any religion, gets into conflict with the concept of equality enshrined under article 14. So that will be a constitutional hurdle. Now let's discuss the way forward. The government and society will have to work hard to build the trust, but more importantly, they have to make common cause with social reformers rather than the religion conservatives. And rather than omnibus approach, the government could bring separate aspects such as marriage, adoption, succession, and maintenance into UCC in stages. And also, there is a need of the hour is the codification of all personal laws so that prejudices and the stereotypes in every one of them would come to light and can be tested on the anvil of the fundamental rights of the constitution. So, discuss a question on this issue. What do you understand by Uniform Civil Code? Examine its relevance for a secular country like India and challenges that are to be faced in its implications. So basically, you have to write an approach before you are answering a question. The approach starts from explain the concept of Uniform Civil Code and mention the relevance of Uniform Civil Code and challenges, and also conclude by suggesting whether there is a need to implement Uniform Civil Code or not. So here, in the introduction, you can write a Uniform Civil Code means that all sections of society, irrespective of their religion, shall be treated equally according to the National Civil Code, and which shall be applicable to all uniformly. And also, it shall near the marriage, divorce, maintenance, inheritance, adoption, and succession, and it is based on the premise that is no connection between religion and law and modernization. While coming to the body, you have to write the relevance of Uniform Civil Code for secular country like India, and some cases that I have given explanation. The Shah Bano and Sarla Mudgal case, these are very important. Finally, what are the challenges? You can find it in my mind map. So that is a mind map for you to remember the concept clearly. Now let's see the conclusion. As recommended by the Law Commission in its Constitution paper in 2018, about 2018 paper we discussed, and neither necessary nor desirable at this stage. The Commission stresses on efforts to reconcile the country's diversity with universal arguments on human rights. There is a need of coalition of all personal laws so that the prejudices and stereotypes in every one of them would come to light and can be tested in the fundamental rights of the Constitution. And also, you can conclude it with codification could help arrive and at certain universal principles which may facilitate prioritizing equity rather than imposition of a uniform code. Meanwhile, the judiciary and the legislature should continue to piecemeal the approach. So try to answer such questions. It will be very helpful for your mains preparation.